fang swab to start, Jackson, to start.
I think we do that. Hello.
Howdy, friends.
What's up?
Welcome back to the Gritty Grove.
Here we are.
Welcome back, Walter.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, my pleasure, fellas.
Part 2 for Walter.
TJ, yeah.
Hopefully a longer one.
We definitely plan on this being a longer one.
Yeah.
Last one, we were a little crunch for time. Jackson had to split for an exam.
Which I think I didn't do good on, so it's kind of
Scrub it from the record.
Yeah.
Scrub it from the record.
It's
But
alright.
that was like almost exactly a year ago.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It was like early mid-May last year. This is April 30th, last day. Also, one of the last times we're probably going to welcome ourselves, all of you, a guest to the Grove, because this place only has about a week left before they're going to shut it down for the summer.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be a different space. So we'll see what's in store for Gritty Fish. We're happy to have Walter back. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, man, happy to be here.
I believe you're only the second person to repeat as a guest.
Special.
Made it.
It's first mail.
Made it. First dude repeating.
Yeah.
We had our friend Emma on a second and third time, and we wanted some other people on twice, but things happened and it didn't happen, and now we're back with Walter. So I was thinking we'll do a little recap of what we talked about last time. You can always go back and watch the episode. We encourage you to.
Please do.
Please do.
Help the algo.
Help the algo. Get us some clicks. Get us some
Yeah.
likes. Some views. But what we talked about, you're from North Carolina, right?
Yep. So,
And Rockingham.
yeah, good memory. Yeah.
Dude, I was trying to remember before I got here, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to do that.
You got it, man.
But-
yeah, you got it. Yeah.
All right.
I do it because I don't even remember mentioning that last time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, because it's Rockingham, right? So
Yeah.
really ain't much to mention.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, and
Where is that?
It's about 2 hours. Well, 2 hours going straight west here, like 74. I would say just a little, about halfway between here and Charlotte.
Yeah.
Isn't that Fayetteville though?
No. Fayetteville's going in a different.
A little more north.
Yeah. It's just going straight west.
Yeah.
Toward Tennessee.
Yes,
Nice.
Hmm.
74 west. Yeah. So yeah, that's my. Where I grew up, man. The woods. Ain't really a whole lot happening, man. If you're not paying attention to the exit, you will certainly pass it because I've done it a couple times.
Okay.
Dang. And you lived there.
Yeah. Right. That's where I grew up for the first 26 years of my life.
Really?
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's where you grew up, is the woods. Not too much to mention. No special notes. Okay.
No, I mean, especially these days. I mean, it's just like anything worth. I mean, it's known for the NASCAR Speedway and the drag strip. The drag strip is still active. The Speedway is not because I guess when Vegas built a track, they kind of stole our venue, and that just like killed a lot of the money that came through town. Because like we had 2 races there a year, and it would just be like for like the week leading up to the race, before the race, people start trickling in. And like by the time the race started, like race weekend, every hotel was fully booked. Every restaurant in town was like packed around the clock. And then when the race was over, it was just in reverse. People would just start trickling out. That happened twice a year. And like when we lost that, we took a huge, like you wouldn't think it would be much, but it took like a lot of businesses like relied on that NASCAR, traffic and the NASCAR fans showing up. And like when we lost that, it just killed a ton of business. The hotels took a dive, a lot of restaurants went under. And that's just,
So wait, Vegas?
Yeah, Vegas built a NASCAR track.
Like
Wow.
Nevada?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they stole, that was ours. They stole our,
Like
they got it.
the weekend?
Right.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much, I don't say they stole the venue, but, instead of scheduling through Rockingham, it's Vegas now.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And I was like, now the track is privately owned, and I know every now and again they'll have an event. There was like a little music festival there a couple of years ago. Ain't really much in the way of racing, which is, that's what it's a big giant racetrack. But yeah, it's actually pretty sad, man, because it was a cool spot. Yeah, the race is pretty
You
cool.
been?
I've been there a few.
Oh, nice.
So
Wow.
yeah, that's where I'm
That'd
from.
be fun.
They are fun.
And then we also talked a little bit about, San Diego? You spent a lot of time there?
Yeah, well, at the end of my military career, I got into San Diego, moved there in, I want to say October 2010.
Okay.
And moved back here in October 2018. So I got a good 8
Oh,
years.
wow.
Yeah, I spent like the first few years it was military. So when I got done with the military in 2016, I just stayed a couple more years.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I just liked it so much, and I really was trying to decide on where I wanted to live and what I wanted to do, and San Diego was still feeling like a good fit, so I just stayed. It was cool. I love it. Still miss it. Got a ton of friends still on the West Coast, but after a couple of years, I was just really missing home.
Mm.
So I'm missing family. Like I kind of wanted to buy a piece of property, and if you're not like rolling in dough in San Diego or just getting some kind of colossal break, it's kind of hard to buy anything. So all this stuff just kind of made it. It just seemed right to move back here, which I do miss the West Coast a lot, but I feel like moving back home. Took me a while to kind of figure it out. Did I make the right decision? You know what I mean? But no, I feel like I did.
Yeah.
I did the right thing.
Are you a surfer?
I have surfed.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm a surfer.
Okay.
But I lived in Hawaii a few years.
Mm.
And the first time I actually surfed, the very first time was like the last bit of my tour in Northern California. We got deployed to Costa Rica. Or that's when we were on the way back. And I had a ton of surfer friends. And they were all surfing one day, and I just showed up at the beach, and a friend of mine named Reed was like, "Hey man, you want to surf?" I don't know how to surf. So he just gave me like a quick crash lesson. He had a longboard. Hey, this is what happens, do this. Told me when how to pop up. So, it was a struggle for a little bit, but it was like a great time. And, and then I guess, I want to say 2 months later, I was in Hawaii. Meet a whole different group of dudes. And it's Hawaii, so everybody, they're all surfing. We used to, Coast Guard, they would surf on their lunch break.
Mm.
Really?
And then, they would invite me, and I'm like, they brought boards. We had boards and then we could rent from the Coast Guard base. So I just take one of the boards from the Coast Guard base, and I would just, and I was like, man, if these guys can do it, I can do it. So I went out there, I would just go on my lunch break. Well, the thing was, my problem was, I wasn't all that great, technique. I was just out there to hang with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I dinged up a couple of boards. So, that was the Coast Guard boards. So they quit letting me borrow them. Like, no, you keep putting holes in them, you can't buy no more. I was like, all right, cool. So my friends were like, every time you come, my buddies were like, you can just borrow one of ours, no problem. Until I put a couple of holes in their boards. And they were like, hey, dude, we love you, we love having you here, but no. Jeez. So I was like, all right. So I still wanted to go. So then I started renting boards. I rented them from the place. And then they said, they quit renting to me. They were like, no, man. Like, you messed up too.
How do you put holes in boards?
Because the reef is really shallow.
Isn't that bad for the reef?
What's that? Surfing? No, it's only if you pollute or it's just like rocks.
Doesn't that hurt your body then too?
Right, that's what I'm saying. If it's me on the board is gonna right, yeah, it doesn't hurt your body if you fall on the board instead of the rocks, which is what I always did. I'm like, I ain't gonna fall on the rocks. When you just put the board in between, when you fall, you just make sure the board is between you and the rocks, and then when that happens, you're gonna damage the board. Because a lot of boards, surfboards are crazy expensive.
Oh yeah.
Crazy. I mean, them things. Back then, I want to say the cheapest one might have been $600, and they just go up from there. And then you can always fix them.
And you were breaking
At a
them.
50, yeah, dude, I was putting holes in them. It got to the point the people that were renting boards. I was like blacklisted all over Hawaii. They were like, if some black dude, bald head comes there and wants me to board, tell him no. Yeah, unless you want to. My nickname was the table maker.
The table maker.
Yeah,
What is that?
yeah. Well, because when you damage a surfboard, it's only good for a table.
That's funny.
That's what they say. I don't know a lot about surfing. Now, I could be wrong about that, but that's just what.
Did you tell Ethan at work about that?
No, it ain't really something I'm all that proud of. Yeah, that was.
The table maker is a good nickname.
That's kind of hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if not in the surfing world.
Right. Yeah. But I don't know. It's like
That was my name, the table maker.
Yeah, I feel like maybe it's a unique nickname, and that's why I think it's good because it's just like I've never heard that as a label or a nickname. Or
Yeah, so then I actually thought about buying my own board, but I didn't. I mean, because at that time I was already had a couple of other expensive, crazy hobbies, and I'm like, I don't want to spend $1,000 on a surfboard knowing that I'm just gonna put holes in it. But I'm like, if you buy it, then you might be a little bit more. You probably want to protect and take care of that one. If it's your money, I was like, sorry.
Now the people selling it, they'd probably be excited to do that. They'd be like, "Oh, you're not blacklisted here."
You're gonna buy one.
Because they'd be like,
next week.
Yeah, they'd be like, got it right.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah.
So
All right.
That's my little brief surfing career.
Okay, nice.
Better
Yeah,
than mine.
yeah. I mean, mine still hasn't started.
Exactly.
So, yeah. All right, so we talked a little North Carolina, a little San Diego, a little Coast Guard last time, and I think like the last moment of intrigue was probably your class on human sexuality.
That's San Diego.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, do y'all want to talk about that?
I mean, it's just a funny moment that we had last time. If you have any like new thoughts or ideas about it, sure.
I'll never forget it.
I don't remember.
No.
That's for sure. Well, I mean, I guess in human sexuality, I guess it's considered a psychology class.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I had heard about it, and I was kind of curious, and I was one of those people, I was taking classes because I just got done with the military, and I was trying to use my benefits. And I was working, kind of had a degree planned, but I didn't really care about getting a degree. I'm not really looking to start a new career. Again, just taking it, and I'm just trying to take some class and just learn. Human sexuality, that'll be interesting. So I took it, and it was just like, I enjoyed it. I will say I did learn some things for sure, but it was not what I was expecting for sure. I mean, I don't want to get too explicit on here, but like you have to see, because that was like when you get done with a college course, like I don't know about here, but like or on this, but like you have the option to buy the school book. You can pay for it and keep it if you want to.
No, we rent or buy.
Yeah, you can rent like during the course of class, but at the end of the class, if you want to keep it, you can pay for it.
I don't think they've done that here.
No, anyway, yeah, that one I was like, I'll keep this book. First of all, it's super cheap, and it was like the stuff that's in it is. I should let you guys see. You can actually
It's
learn a
right.
couple. Oh yeah, I'm not giving. Oh yeah, that book is It's called The Guide to Getting It On.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yes, guys, but that thing is a big old paperback book. No, it's huge. And it's got a lot of good stuff in it, man. A lot of good stuff that I was not thinking about. I was thinking about the mental side. Just human sexuality tendencies and behaviors, this and the other. No, man. Like, the first assignment that she gave us was, like, go to a porn shop and just go look at toys and stuff.
No way.
I'm not kidding. She made, it was fun, though. Yeah.
That's too spicy of a class for me.
No, it was a good time.
out.
Yeah, just the guide to getting it on. Just look that book up. And it's not expensive. That was another reason why I was like, man, shit's only like $30. I'm like, yeah, I'm keeping this. Yeah. Very, very, very interesting class. I would recommend. Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're not all like that because I've talked to other people that have taken human sexuality classes, and when they tell me what their experience is like, and I tell them what mine was like, they were like, whoa, whoa, whoa. They were like, you guys did what?
Yeah, that's
They were like, your class sounds way cooler.
Hilarious.
Yeah. The teacher, it was so funny too. Our teacher, like this 5 foot tall, like she was like half like Indian and half like Caribbean.
Okay, fascinating.
Yeah, like maybe 60s, something years old. Like just imagine an Indian version of Dr. Ruth.
Oh wow.
You know who Dr. Ruth is? You have to look up Dr. You know who Dr. Ruth is?
I'm familiar with the name. I
Yeah,
think
the
I've seen her
old
before.
lady that's always something, the sex lady. Yeah, Dr. Ruth. Yeah, just think of an Indian version of that. Yeah, which made it even more interesting. Like, I don't know what you're expecting when you walk in there, but
not
it definitely was not that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just very interesting teacher. And like the way she talked about stuff was just so open and candid. And it's just like, oh yeah, don't ever touch a vagina with dry hands. Yeah, like she was just, she was just saying. I'm like, man.
even repeat the title.
But yeah, I think last time I mentioned I also took a class on human sexuality. I took 2 psychology courses in college. One was Intro to Psych. The other one was Human Sexuality.
Yep.
And yeah, that was talking about a spicy class, some spicy stories.
Was that here?
It was not here. That was it was at Northwestern University.
I can imagine.
We had the fuck saw incident.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta elaborate on this.
The fuck saw university for a moment. It was just this crazy after class demonstration, which is like literally what it was.
No way.
That sounds pretty cool.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was. We had after class like panels and guests and speakers. So we had like gay guys panel, kinky sex panel, sex offenders panel, different things.
That's cool.
Yeah, but the kinky.
Wait, no, sex offenders panel. Hold on.
I don't think I was there for that.
I hope you were.
I went to the gay guys panel and I went to the kinky sex panel, and the kinky sex panel was the like fuck saw thing because there was like one of their sex toys was the fuck saw. But anyway, yeah, that's
another podcast.
That's gritty,
Not associated.
Gritty Fish After Dark for that one.
Yeah, sure.
Tune
Tune in.
Tune in, baby.
Keep watching, please.
Yeah. But okay, so we mentioned in this little preamble that we're working through, you wanted to buy some property, and you did recently do that, or?
Well, yeah, I had a condo when I first moved here. Before I moved here, actually, the year before I moved, I bought a condo in Carolina Beach.
Okay.
And which was a great investment. You know, that was exactly what I wanted, and exactly where I wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Got no regrets, no complaints about that at all. And then, because before I moved in, I was renting it out. I had a long-term rental in there, and then the lady that was renting it bought something else. And then I had a management company, and they started doing short-term rentals. So it was basically just paying for itself.
Yeah.
For about a year, until I made the decision to move into it. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to move into it. So I moved into it in fall of 2018. And that's where I, lived until last summer. July of 2022 is when I bought my house. Bought and moved into a house downtown.
Nice.
And it was, I have to say, I didn't want to sell it.
The condo.
No, I didn't want to because I was right on the water. I had ocean view.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had like a view. I had a panoramic view of the ocean, unobscured. I mean, it was on the north end of Carolina Beach. Great, one of the best views back there. And it just like, just financially, it just got to be like the mortgage, no problem. I mean, I think my mortgage was only like $800, I want to say.
Is that paying per month?
Yeah, $800 a month. But the HOA fees were, when I moved in, they were $3,200 a year, which is expensive. But I was like, I can pay that, no problem. But they just kept going up. The next year they went up to $3,600.
So that's $300 a month.
Yeah, but they pay in quarters.
Right.
So it's quarterly. So it's $800. Well, it was $800 a quarter, then $900 a quarter. Then it went to like $1,000 a quarter, and then
$4,000 a year.
Yeah, and then it went up to like $1,250. Like not to me. And then you got all these assessments every year.
Right.
And like when it went up to $1,250, I was like,
$6,000
it's like a little five. I was like, I can't. And then what made it, I don't know, it just randomly, I don't know, I think the universe was trying to tell me something. Like, I woke up thinking about selling it. And I was watching the news, and sure enough, there was a scandal, like this HOA scandal, about, which is, I'm sure that my people aren't running the scam, right? But it just gave me some other thing. And then, right after that was another HOA story about, how much power HOA associations have. Like, if you dug deep, you would be shocked at how much power HOAs have. Like, they can actually take your property over certain things.
Right.
And that scared me on top of paying $5,000 a year. And it was just like that. As soon as I got done with that video, I called my buddy. This was like 7 o'clock in the morning. It was a real estate agent. I'm like, hey, bro, it's time to put this thing on the market. He was like, I thought you said you'd never sell. Well, I changed your mind. And then and we decided to sell. I decided to sell it. And that was took 6 days to sell. It sold.
That's it?
Yeah, immediately.
That's quick.
Yeah. Before it even got advertised, people were like, because it's right on the water, right? Yeah, it was going in like less than a week it was going.
That's juicy.
And I got they gave me what I was, the listing price. I didn't have to, there was no, it's kind of quick. And I mean, it just worked out in my favor because the thing was, that property, it more than doubled in value.
Oh wow.
In the 5 years that I had it. So it doubled. So I made, I had a decent amount of change when I sold it. So I just took all the money that I made and just put it towards a new house downtown. So yeah, so I got the house I got now, I do miss the beach, but this actually does just feel like, just a much better fit. I mean, it's first, a brand new house. I've never had a brand new house, brand new anything before. That was kind of, that was cool, exciting. There was some aspects of it that kind of sucked because it was like completely 100% unfurnished. I had 0 appliances, so having to buy a refrigerator and washer dryer. That I bought them at the same transaction. That was the hardest, most painful swipe of a debit card.
With a card?
Yeah, so I mean, my bank called me like, "Hey, yo, whoa, what's that?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's not a scam. It's me. I just bought a new house. I gotta furnish it." They were like, "Damn." Okay, yeah, so. All right, so I got that I had, man. You want to talk about biting a bullet, man? Buying a refrigerator and a washer dryer at the same time, and then on top of that, you have to pay for like the delivery and installation.
Right. Oh, yeah.
All that's in there. But anyway, that got done. So yeah, once I got settled, man, it just again, it was very exciting, and it just feels like a better fit, and it's just a little bit more of a central location. So every time I leave my house now, I just feel like I just have I do have a much shorter commute to get in and out, man. I can walk downtown. So yeah, that's where I've been. What is this? Almost May. So yeah, about 10 months.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not upset about that. Again, I miss the beach, but what makes it easier is because the thing is, I'm still on the emailing list for like the condo, so the HOA fee. So I still get the emails.
Really?
So they just raised up again.
Yeah.
And did another assessment, and then when I see that kind of stuff, I'm like,
Accent.
cool. I did the right thing. So
You got a yard now?
it's super tiny.
Okay.
It's only like just a couple, I want to say, because I was doing the measurement a couple months ago. Well, I wasn't. I was going to get some turf laid down in the backyard. That's crazy expensive. So the guy did a measurement so he could give me an estimate. So it's a little less than 500 square feet. So it's a tiny, tiny,
Is
tiny
it bigger
backyard.
than this room?
Yeah, it's a little bit, it's bigger than this back room, and it's kind of like, it got like a little bit of a walkway off to the side. For me, I think it's cool because now, speaking of that, this week I talked to some guys who are going to come down, because I moved in the middle of the summer last year, and I don't want to mess with the backyard because it's already too hot. I'm like, I'll just wait till next spring. I ain't worried about it. So this couple weeks ago, I just started looking into it. So some landscapers, hey, this is how big my yard is. Some picture. How much would it cost us to put down some side? And they got back to me, and I was like, all right, cool. Let's do it. So I paid a deposit yesterday. So they're coming out on May 9th and, do a little bit of a spray down and get everything together. And by the end of last week of May, I'll have a brand new, completely a green, flat backyard. So
Nice.
That'd be cool.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So
Have some grilled outs.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, any plans for like a gazebo or a grill back there or some kind of special
Yeah, I
setup?
don't know. I'm thinking grill for sure. Grill and a little bitty tiny little fire pit.
Little patio.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see when the grass shows up. We'll see, and then that'll make it because it's super tiny. And then when the grass gets there, I can just do a better job of visualizing what I want to do from there. Right? I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I want to keep it very simple. Just add maybe some lights again, like a little bit of a grill, just a little sitting area, just to come and chill. I do like them little tiny fire pits.
Yeah, the ones with like the glass in them. Have you seen those at like Costco? They have
Yeah.
Those things are cool. I like them.
I haven't done much shopping for fire pits, but I do know that I want one. And you can get them. They're pretty inexpensive. I've seen them at Lowe's and Home Depot. Yeah, Costco. I don't. Definitely, that's what I'm leaning towards.
Nice.
Since we're talking fire pits, I'm curious, Walter. Did we talk about marshmallows last time? I don't think we did.
No.
I don't think we talked about our stock questions we try to ask every guest.
I do think I remember s'mores.
Did we
Oh,
talk,
yeah.
talk
You
about
like it all the way black, right?
toasted?
How do you
Roasted?
like your marshmallow?
The marshmallow,
Down through
not
the-
all the way black, just a
Oh.
little charred.
Okay.
Just a
You don't
little.
set it on fire?
Just a little. just a little bit, but I don't let it,
Simmer.
right. We just
What?
fry this for a little bit, just a little crunch, just a tiny bit crunch.
All right.
But you like it past the golden brown. You want it to be a little chunky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Golden brown takes too long.
So that's honestly kind of, I would say, a middle road that not many people, I don't think, have said. No one said that. It's
only
either
Caden's been, I think, all the way black.
Yeah,
Like me,
full
and
char.
Then everyone else is golden brown. They just waste their time.
Are you like a super charred?
I set that on fire. Crunchy.
Okay.
I mean, I've lost a bunch doing that.
I would imagine.
They always fall off.
No, I don't need
Yeah.
for no. I just want it just a wee past brown, just a little bit past brown, just enough, just when it starts to get crunchy.
nice.
That's enough. Then we make ourselves.
Does it look like dino scales? Because like when it's like black and then it's got like little like white like lines through it.
Okay, I never really thought about it that way, but yeah, dino scales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dino
That's
scales.
a good way to think about it.
Let's go.
That's hilarious. I like that a lot.
The dino scale marshmallow tree.
All right. I'm thinking a new addition maybe
Uh-oh.
is the pizza talk. We've had some really good pizza talk
Okay.
in the past few episodes, Walter. So any thoughts on pizza toppings, how you like your pizza? I'm curious
Don't
to
be
hear.
weird, please.
Don't be weird.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I will say, like a good old fashioned, just a good old fashioned plain solid pepperoni is always
That's
gonna,
good.
It's
That's
always
a
gonna be a
fact.
hit. Now you can tweak it, you can play with it. I'm cool with adding basil,
Yeah.
some jalapenos. That's cool. I've got a friend of mine who has a Wilmwood, by the way, she owns the Wilmwood pizza truck.
The what?
Wilmwood, it's a pizza truck.
What is that?
A pizza truck, like a
They
food
make
truck.
pizza in the truck?
Yeah, food trucks.
Yeah.
Where they do pizzas.
Oh.
Like they show up at events or like,
That's
little happy hours at places or like bars on the weekends. But anyway, she makes this homemade honey.
Mhm.
So when you eat the pizza, you can take the crust and dip it in the honey.
That's smart.
That's good. Yeah, so with the pepper, yeah. So a good old fashioned bit. Now here's the thing. Also, me and my girlfriend recently, well not recently, we've kind of gotten into this, every now and again we'll have a little bit of a homemade pizza night.
Nice. Classic.
The first one we did was it was amazing. It was a thin crust, pesto base, arugula, sauteed jalapenos. When you saute them in honey, the jalapenos,
Okay.
Wow.
bacon, arugula, and peaches.
Wow.
No, it was.
Interesting.
It's crazy. it was amazing, really, really, really good. Now, when it comes to pizzas, I'm kind of, I might try anything, because I would say the average person, everybody likes, there's a pizza out there for everybody.
Yeah.
It's a pizza out there for everybody. So that's, but a good old fashioned, you go wood fried, or not even wood fried, just a quality pepperoni is just like the go-to. Because you can also play with, you can tweak it, throw some little oregano, or get some basil, some red pepper flakes, or just eat it like it is. A little Parmesan, the extra little Parmesan, so. So what's the discussion, the pizza discussion?
Well, we've had a couple of guests that should probably be locked up for this, but they said pineapple and ham is okay.
I think that's great.
What?
I like that. You don't like that one?
That's horrible.
If you had it.
Yeah.
And you're not a fan?
No.
Okay.
Pineapple is not on pizza.
Okay, wait a minute. I can respect that it ain't for everybody.
Cheese and sausage.
Okay.
And I do add ham. I actually do like ham on pizza.
Come on,
but
Ryan,
not
what
with
do
the
you think?
pineapple.
Ham and pineapple. I like them.
So I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I like them.
It's not like my
Go to?
go-to order, but every now and again, it's like maybe once a year, once every couple of years, I'll have some pineapple on pizza.
I have to say that when the first time I had that, I thought it was like the best thing in the world. I was blown away. Actually, no. I was on a military base in Florida. The first time I had that, and I was like, "This is incredible and amazing." And Papa John's delivered on base, so I think I ordered one every day for like 2 months
Jeez.
until I was like kind of over it. And then so now I kind of now it's like I after that it took me a while before I was able to eat it again, and so now I've gotten to a point where like a normal person is. I like it, but I just kind of At first I went nuts with it. Like I mean, I'm not kidding. Like every day for like that was my dinner every day. Like I would go through my whole workday, training center, and they had a food truck, which was like they had a food truck on base. This thing was so nasty.
You didn't like it?
I know that. No, I loved it. The food was great, but the thing was, it was like the health department shut it down. That's how bad it is. I'm not even joking. But the stuff that came out of it was
What kind of food was it?
just like sausage biscuits in the morning, like chicken sandwiches. I don't know who. Yeah, it was like a beat run down. It was time to put it away. And the health department was like, "Whoa!" Like they got inspected, and the department was like, "This ain't. People should not be eating this." And we were like, "No, it's good." So that was what I ate during the breakfast and lunch. And then when I got to my barracks at night, then it was like, sitting around watching basketball. I'm like, all right, let's get some Papa John's, and it would be every day.
So you got to hang out after?
Yeah, that was a training center. I was just going there for training because I was
So
training.
you trained or you trained people?
No, I was training. That was
You were
like when
like
I
a
first
leader?
joined. No, I was taking the training. That was my second year in the Coast Guard. So I just joined. So yeah, that was.
Were you in logistics or like the technology?
Kind of electronics technician was kind of
That's what you did?
the job that I was.
Nice.
It sucked.
Oh.
Yeah.
We got to visit some cool spots.
I did. I did. Yeah, I got to. Yeah.
You got to go to Hawaii and get
Mexico was cool.
You went to Japan?
Japan was cool, but that was kind of a little bit different. Because I got sent on a job to Singapore for a few weeks. And like flying to Singapore, the layover was in Japan. So we went to Singapore, did what we had to do. And on the way back, like I'd never been to Japan. So if you buy a ticket, in the military or traveling on government dime of money.
You have to buy it yourself?
No, they pay for it. No, you have a government credit card and you put it on that.
Can you buy anything with it?
You can, but you'll get locked up. Yes,
Shoot.
yeah, we had a couple people buy some car stereos and computers.
Really?
Do not. I would whatever you get told to buy it, buy
I was
it.
about to go sign up.
No, do not. No, and we won't. Yeah, that won't last long at all. So yeah, on the way back, I called up a secretary and I was like, hey, I've never been to Japan, so just take my layover and push it back like 4 days. So I just asked, for a little, some vacation time, and I just pushed my layover back like 4 days in Tokyo because I got this. So
Is that how you got those Tokyo 12s?
No, I bought those. No, that was way
That was
out there.
here?
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, that was And then as soon as I got, that was like the best time of my life. And as soon as I got back home,
Those 4 days.
I didn't even unpack my suitcase. I immediately bought another ticket to go back to Japan.
Really?
Oh yeah, I just took my socks and underwear out and washed them. And yeah, we're going. That was at the time the coolest thing I'd ever done.
Nice.
So yeah, you do get to see some cool stuff. If you stay in long enough, you will get to see some cool exotic locations.
Nice.
I didn't mind that.
All right, Walter. So small detail I think is changed from last appearance is your eyebrow piercing.
Oh, can you see that?
I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Hopefully a little glint in there, but
It's there, guys.
Yes.
cha-ching. So what prompted that last year? I'm curious.
I have no idea.
Okay.
It actually started about 2 years ago. And when I was living in Carolina Beach, I was just sitting on my couch one day, and I was like, I think I'm gonna get my eyebrow pierced. There's a piercing tattoo studio, like literally like a mile from the house. So I just got off the couch and I just went in there, and I walked in, and they were like, I was like, I want to get my eyebrow pierced. I just want a piercing, and they were like, well, the dude that does piercings, he's not here today. He's off today. I was like, okay, cool. So I just left and then never went back. And then like this past summer, I was like, I want to get my eyebrow pierced. And I was just gonna just had it. I had like, a girlfriend was. I told her that, so she was like, I kind of want to get a piercing too. So we kind of made the decision to do it together. She wanted to get a nose. She didn't want a nose ring. So what happened was we were on vacation. We were in Tahoe. We were going to do it in Tahoe, but we couldn't cut out all details. We didn't find a place because the day we decided to do it, we didn't have time, and every place was closed. No problem. So we kind of like didn't discuss it much. So one day I just made an appointment for like both of us to get piercings, and I didn't tell her that.
Mm.
So she just, was like, "What are you doing tomorrow? Just come on over." I got, kind of not a surprise for you. Like, yeah, we're going somewhere. She's like, "Well, where are we going?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. Just
Don't worry.
yeah." I know. I just right. She had no idea we were going right up until we walked in the door.
about it.
I'm like, "You're gonna get your nose pierced. I'm getting an eyebrow piercing." So this was last August.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like I was a little too old for it, but
Nah, I think it's the move.
It
All right,
did
cool.
you.
Cool.
You pull it off.
Thanks.
Um,
I appreciate it.
all right, Walter. I'm not sure if I or we asked you last time about the meaning of life. Did we talk about the meaning of life?
You did ask that, and I
Okay.
don't think I had a legit answer. Man.
Okay.
And I don't even remember what I said.
That's good, probably.
That's okay. If you have any thoughts to share today, we in the audience would love to know.
I don't know if I have a meaning of life, man. I should have been ready for this question again, man, because I just remember how much of a stumper it was. But but I will say, whatever I said last year is not going to be what I say this time. For sure. Because I've just had one, big, gigantic thing happen. Like my mom recently passed away in October. You guys do that. Yeah, so, I don't know, man. My dad passed away when I was young. And I didn't really handle it all that well. Now I'm a little bit older and just being real, not to be all doomy and gloomy. When you get older, you're gonna lose people. People, we're not here forever.
Right.
But, you think getting older that would, having gone through and experienced it, that it would get easier. But just take it from me, it's very different. Like when I lost my mom, very different, not easier at all. And it just, just took me about 10 good years to get over. My dad passed away, and I, had a conversation with somebody that totally shifted my perspective on how I looked at it. And this losing my mom, again, very different experience. And, it still feels like it just happened. Because, I just had the first birthday I've ever had without my mom. Just went through the holidays for the first time ever without my mom. It's hard not to get emotional now because you're starting to see the Mother's Day stuff pop up. And that is really starting to get to me. And it's like, dude, we gotta still got a couple more weeks, and you're starting to see Mother's Day stuff, man. And it's just like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be. I feel like I'm gonna be processing and having emotional
Relapses.
Yeah, at least probably for a good. At this point, probably at least another 8 or 9 months. So, getting back to the question, the meaning of life. I think we are here to just honestly, I want to say we're here to appreciate and enjoy life. That is the meaning. Get what you can out of it. As to the best of your ability, whoever's watching this, try not to focus on things. Don't doubt things. I think you need to be appreciative and really enjoy what you have and what's available to you and what the good things you've experienced versus things that you didn't get or got cheated of and got cut short. When my dad died, that's what I spent time doing. I spent time going like, why did my dad have to die? I didn't get this, I didn't get that. But then, I had to look at it a different way. Like there are a lot of people who don't even know who their dad is. Have abusive, parents or live in abusive households or somebody who's not supportive. Right? So if you look at it from that way, I had it good. You know what I mean? I got 21 years with a fantastic dad. I got all these memories bonding with relatives and cousins and relatives. I've got that. A lot of people don't get that. So we're here to enjoy. Now I know that life is not the same for everybody. Right? A lot of us have different circumstances, socioeconomic backgrounds, abusive situations. I kind of understand, but I would just, as best as you can, do what you can to make the most, and try to approach things instead of doubt and negative, maybe a little enthusiasm, positivity, and maybe even a little fun. Enjoy your life. Enjoy it.
I love that.
That's why you're so happy at work.
I'm sorry, what?
That's why you're always so
No, I mean, I'm happy at work because I think it's a cool-ass job.
Yeah.
I think that's the least stressful gig that I've ever had. I like everybody there, man. And it's just like when I'm I'm coming from a place where like I'm working at Trader Joe's because I like to.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really some kind of crazy financial obligation. I don't really. I mean, the money is good, and I really do like it. But if I lost that job, I would still be able to pay all my bills and eat just everything would be just fine. I just wouldn't be able to go spend the money.
Yeah.
That and also it's kind of cool, to be there when the truck show up and I have a fear of FOMO, so I don't want to miss stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't like missing items. Yeah, so you always know who orders what. If when the truck shows up, you can put your stuff to the side. Like I don't miss anything. So that's
Don't miss out on the truck, guys.
Yeah, I'm happy at work because I just like that gig, man.
Yeah.
Does he happy at work?
Oh yeah.
You're engaged. You're
Okay,
engaged.
thanks. I appreciate it. That's
Yeah.
that's a good thing. I appreciate you saying that, man.
Yeah. I have a feeling we're about to get cut off if we just keep rolling with
Really?
the timer. Is it 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says 40 minutes and 44 seconds.
Oh.
That went quick, dude.
Oh.
was so
Should we just let it roll?
I mean, we should see what happens.
We should
What's
see
in the
what-
bags? Let's go to the
What's
bags.
in the bag, Jack?
Alright guys, there's a pair that I got a while ago. One of my most recent pickups, but I haven't been picking stuff up. But I wanted to show Walter because he's a sneakerhead
Oh,
too.
Nike SB. I didn't see
It's an
that.
SB box. Haven't shown you or really anyone, not in person. It's a pair that I've been wanting for quite some time now.
Let's see. I want to see. Oh,
Nike SB Grateful Dead's, guys.
you got those?
Yeah.
Grateful Dead's. Wow, got the bear.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
Folks,
Yeah,
you
that's-
gotta be to see it up close. I appreciate it, man.
They're fuzzy.
Oh yeah.
You got the that's cool. The bear on the switch. It almost looks like he's riding it. But then when you look at it closer, it's more like is impelling him. It's like stuck to him. But it's, it's still, dude, that's a cool shoe, man.
Right.
So we got.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it's got all the dancing bears on the insole.
what?
Here, I can take some.
Dude, I'm digging these. All right, so what made you graduate?
Yeah.
Graduation present to himself.
Oh no, that's not yet.
Oh, well, never mind.
I've had these a few months.
Oh, yo,
These are the ones I traded. The Off-White 5s, the Kobe Mombasitas, Jordan 1 Pat Satin Breads, and a pair of foam runners. Traded those for